Alright, hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to another video here on the Wound Up Review channel. In this video we're going to be taking a look at a Swedish watch. This is the Bravur Scandinavia Automatic. Now this is quite a new release from the Swedish brand Bravur, which in itself is also quite a new brand on the market. Although they have accomplished a whole heck of a lot during these couple of years that they've been on the market. It's very impressive stuff. So last year I reviewed their BW003 watch. Now that was an elegant dress watch, and this Scandinavia model is actually based on that same watch. It's got the same movement, it does seem to have the same case with some minor differences as well, although the dial and the handset seems to be a bit different. I guess you could say the Scandinavia features a more contemporary and Scandinavian minimalistic design, whereas the BW003 features a more classic and elegant watch design. This watch is priced at around $1,000, and so in this video I'll be reviewing the watch. I've had it now for a few weeks. The company sent it out to me for review, and I'm going to send it back to them when this video is over. So let's first begin by unboxing the watch, and then we'll get into some of its specifications and the good and the bad about the watch, and then some kind of a conclusion to wrap up the review. So as you can see here, we've got Scandinavia Automatic here on the front with an X that consists of the Scandinavian flags, that being Sweden, Finland, Norway and Denmark. On the side here you have your individual serial number, this watch being 135, and on the back here you have Scandinavia here on this paper piece. So let's just pull that off. There you go. And here we are presented by some leathery goodness. There are not a whole lot of watches out there that come with an unboxing experience at this level, in this price range that is. I find these boxes, these very generic boxes, to be utterly useless. So it's fun to get something that's a bit more useful, that you can actually use on the go. The leather here is of very high quality, it feels very nice. You've got this clip-on piece here and Bravur here on the bottom. Now if you open this one up, you are greeted with this. On the side here you have a microfiber cleaning cloth with the Bravur name on it, and then on this side you'll find, I believe, yes, your user manual for the watch. So let's just tuck that back in, and you've got a very nice soft material here. It's very nice actually. And so then the watch just chills here in this part of the leather pouch, I guess you could say. So let's take that out and let's talk about the watch. The watch has got a very nice diameter of 39 millimeters. It's got a lug width of 20. It's got a lug to lug distance, so that's from the end of this lug to the end of this one, that being 44.5 millimeters. And it's only 10.1 millimeters thick, that's including the domed sapphire crystal here. And now let's get into some specifications. As I said before, this has a domed sapphire crystal on the front with anti-reflective coating, very nice. The dial here itself is actually curved, which they did to be able to make the watch a bit thinner, and not only that, it also looks quite good. It comes with these applied markers, a date aperture at 6 o'clock, and 5 atmosphere of water resistance. We have got a vegetable tanned leather strap here that features quick release tabs here, so you can very easily change out the straps if you would like to. They sent over some other strap choices here that I will be showing you guys on video very soon. The case back here features some nice artwork with the Bravur logo there, looks very nice. And also the crown has got this deeply recessed part here where the Bravur emblem can be seen. So as you can see on the dial, this watch is an automatic watch. So you might be wondering, what's the movement in here? And the movement is actually a part that many micro brands skimp on a lot. But that's not the case with this watch. This watch features a Selitta SW300. This movement is very good. It's going to hold up for a long time, it's going to be easy to service, and it's just not gonna bring you any trouble. so that's always nice to have. During my time with the watch, it has been performing at around +3 seconds per day, which I think is quite good. Now this watch has some very interesting details that I'd now like to show you, and we'll start off with the center stack of the hands here. It features this kind of a plate that's brushed, and it just looks very nice. This is a detail that you don't find on any other watch at this price point. Another quite cool detail here is the text here at 6 o'clock where it says Swedish soul, Swiss heart. And by that they mean that this watch has been designed in Sweden, but it features a Swiss movement, and the entire watch has actually been assembled here in Sweden, in Båstad, which is a coastal city on the west side of southern Sweden. The leather band features the point clasp instead of a normal clasp, which I think is quite fantastic. This gives off a more secure feeling when the watch is on your wrist. The leather strap itself is very good too. It's thin, but it's not too thin. It actually has got some padding inside of here to make it a little bit more substantial, but it's still slim enough to be fitting of a watch of this size. It's very comfortable and got the right amount of shine. So yeah, overall the strap, very good. So now let's talk about the pros and the cons about this watch. And let's start with the good. And the first thing that I have to say here is the size. The size of this watch is fantastic. Now, as many of you guys know, I have very large wrists, so this watch might not be very fitting for a guy like me. However, if you have normal sized wrists, this watch is going to look extremely handsome on your wrist. It's going to be just the perfect size. I also like the fact that there's a SW300 movement here on the inside. This is a great movement for what you're paying here. It's especially interesting to see come out from a micro brand. Very cool stuff. Another good thing about this watch is, of course, that it has got this lovely strap that I really appreciate and that I really like. It's very comfortable. It looks fantastic. It's got the point clasp, and of course also these quick change tabs here, so you can easily change out the straps if you so desire. Next up on the pros, I also very much appreciate that the watch comes with an actually useful packaging. So this leather pouch here is something that you can actually use over the years that you own this watch, instead of just stashing away a large cardboard box somewhere in your drawer. And lastly, I think for what you're paying here, you're getting a lot of value for your money. So now let's move on over to the bad things about this watch, starting with the logo placement. Of course, this is a very subjective part of the review, but I have to mention this. I am not a fan of how they place the logo here. As you can see, the logo is right beside the 3 o'clock index, which I just think kind of makes everything messy. You know, this watch would have been so much more symmetrical if they just placed that logo at the 12 o'clock position. If they did that, you would have a very symmetrical watch here with the logo, the automatic text, and then down below the date. That would have been perfect. Next up on the bad about this watch, it doesn't feature any lume. Now, I'm not saying that they have to put lume on every index and all the hands, etc., but I would have loved to see some lume at least on the hour and the minute hand. And lastly, the last con or bad thing about this watch, I guess you could say, is that it comes from a rather unknown brand. So if you're that kind of hype beast that loves to have a very well-known brand on your wrist, this might not be for you. So now let's put it on the wrist and conclude this review. Alright, and there you go. Here is the watch on my 19.5 centimeter wrist. I think it actually fits quite well. So as a conclusion, this watch is an objectively great watch. So if you like its design and you can look past the fact that it isn't from a well-known brand, I say buy it. It's a very nice watch. It has a very nice movement. It feels like it's very well made. It's extremely comfortable. And just for the price, you're getting a lot of watch here. So that has been the Bravur Scandinavia. Thank you so much for watching this review. Feel free to ask any questions down below in the comment section. And also feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it. And with that said, Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next videos. Bye bye.